Hello, good morning friends. सगळ्यांना नागपंचमीच्या शुभेच्छा. Today we are going to learn about one of the data structure called as linear array. So what is linear array? Linear array is a collection of homogeneous data elements which are stored in consecutive memory location. So to store an array we use memory locations which are consecutive, and the data elements which are collected under the array are homogeneous, that is are of same type. So the array required two things to define. The first is the size of array, and second its lower bound, that is the first memory location that is used. Then afterwards we can use consecutive memory locations to store the data elements in that. So the upper bound indicates the last memory location used by that array, and the total array length is given by upper bound minus lower bound plus 1. It is like calculation of date in the month. Okay, so suppose here is here there is array A which consists of 5 elements, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 consecutively stored in the memory location. Then array A is subscripted with element 5 starting from 0, and maximum length maximum is 4. That is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4 are 5 elements of an array stored in consecutive memory location. Now how to represent that array in memory? So array is defined or represented by a single memory location with starting address, and then how many words that can be used for each data. So suppose for example the memory size which can keep a data of 16 bit, and here the each data we belongs is to suppose 30 bit. Then to store one data we require two memory locations. So similarly when we use 5 data, then we have to use 10 memory location in all. So the exact location of kth element of an array can be given by location LA of k is equal to base LA, that is the base address or initial address of an array element, plus W into k minus LB, where LB is the lower bound and k is the location for which address is found, and W is the number of words per memory location of linear array. LA stands for linear array. Okay, so starting if we know the lower bound and how much is the length of that data, then we can easily calculate the address of kth element, any element, not only the kth element. So array is the simplest data structure which can be used that all operations like searching, then traversing, inserting, deleting, sorting, merging, that we will perform on array very easily. We have algorithms based on that. Okay, now after learning the linear array, the another sector is pointer array, which is similar to linear array, but it consists of pointer elements only. So what is pointer array? Pointer array is a collection of pointers only, though who indicates the initial elements of other linear array. Suppose for example we have linear array of total class students, and that in class we have separate streams like regular students, IT students, and bifocal students or computer science students. Then these three contains 3 pointers. One is for regular students, other is for IT students, and other is for bifocal students. Then the arrangement of these 3 in one array is called as pointer array, because they consist of pointers to that separate sections. So pointer array is similar to the linear array. It is also linear data structure. So only difference is that it contains only pointer elements. It does not contain the element directly. So array and linear array are the simplest data structure that we are using. Now the next data structure that we are using is called as linked list, which is also linear data structure. A question is asked of 3 marks in the exam. What is linked list and what are advantages of linked list? So or how to represent linked list in an memory. So linked list is a linear collection of data elements which consist of 2 parts. One is called as information and other is called as pointer. every node which consists of two things, the information part which is actual data and other is linked to the next node, because when we know or not have consecutive memory location to store the homogeneous data, we use such method. We are creating pointers at every node and sending address of that next node by using pointer. So no need of homogeneous memory location, no need of continuous memory locations for storing this linked list. That is one of the advantage. And also we can expand or addition or deletion operation is very easy in linked list. But one of the disadvantage of this linked list is that linked list can be comes to chaos if one of the pointer in between the link is lost. So it is difficult to retrieve the information if pointer is lost, and there is some fragmentation, internal fragmentation, that each node requires some part of memory to indicate the pointer. Here one of the example is given with diagram. So we have start name, then the next pointer to that location, then first part consists of information and then last part consists of link to the next part. Suppose we have linked list like started with fifth memory location having information A which point towards 9, having information B which points towards 4, having information C which points towards 1, having information D, and ended on that information. So we can represent it in memory by using two parallel arrays. One is called as info and other is called as link. Info array consists of information at the particular pointer location. For example, we start here from 5, so you find that in info array the fifth location consists of information A, and the pointer against it, that is link, it indicates to 9 which comes to the 9, and the information stored at 9th location is B which pointed towards 4. Again pointer from 4 indicates information C and pointed towards 1, and 1 will gives information D, and then the information will stop. This is representation of linked list in memory. So friends, today we learn these two structures. One is linear array and other is linked list. In next lecture we will think about hierarchical data structure called as tree. Thank you.